Hey, this is Chris Grove, and welcome to my channel. I love talking about film, reviewing films, mainstream, not so mainstream, ones that people have probably never heard of before. I also like talking about real life issues and how things are affecting us, especially coming out of the pandemic and all that good stuff. Relationships, politics, everything's pretty much fair game here. Kind of starting out as a film review channel, but I'm open to a broader spectrum, and I might need several channels to make that all work. We'll see. But right now, today, we are talking about a 1979 film called Over the Edge, directed by Jonathan Kaplan. He was kind of a journeyman director at the time, late 70s, mid 70s. Kind of a hippie dude, good director, solid. He was way around the camera, which I don't, by the way. I have no idea how to edit, so I'm kind of like winging this. So if you're expecting clips, I might be adding those in later, but right now it's just amazing I can find my ass with both hands on this whole thing right now. So, yay! Anyway, here we go. So, directed by Jonathan Kaplan, 1979's Over the Edge. It stars Michael Kramer as Carl, Matt Dillon, a very young Matt Dillon, as Richie. He was like 14. This was his debut. Look at my notes here. Sorry. Forgive me. Richie Corey, played by Pamela Ludwig. I kind of like to know these names. I don't know why I'm even looking at them, but hey, it's there. Andy Romano, Fred Willett, Carl's dad. Eileen Gear, Mrs. Willett, Carl's mom. And Sergeant Doberman, played by Harry Northup. So, basically, this movie is a teen rebellion movie. It takes place in New Granada, a planned suburban community where there's nothing for the kids to do. So they basically wreak havoc. They get into alcohol, drugs, fornicating, typical teen shit. But, then they get into vandalism, and a lot of vandalism, and even more vandalism. Which seemed to be sort of the go-to problem with youth in revolt back in the late 70s. We just want to smash shit, or write graffiti on shit, or just destroy property. That's what we're all about. So, this is the late 70s rebel without a cause, really. Things come to a head when one of the more rebellious teens gets shot and killed by Harry Northup's character, Sergeant Doberman. And I know, Doberman, really? Okay, we know you're a badass, but whatever. They end up having this emergency PTA meeting, and the kids lock the parents, the teachers, Doberman and his deputy all in the auditorium and lay siege to the school. And they just fuck the place up, basically. This was Kurt Cobain from Nirvana's favorite film, by the way. So, yay! Fun fact. It is a good movie. It still holds up. Is it a little dated? Sure. Yeah. I mean, this was filmed in Aurora, Colorado in the late 70s. And a lot of the places look familiar. I live in Reno, Nevada now, but I used to go to, my grandparents lived in Aurora, so I used to visit them. And I lived in Denver for a while as a kid, so I know the area, and I've apparently ridden my bike past a lot of those filming locations. And was like, oh, okay, that's where they filmed that. Cool, right on. So, I mean, all these places are like within a mile radius of my grandparents' place back in the day. So, and back in the day, Aurora was kind of up and coming. Now it's really coming to its own, but yeah, a lot of people think it's nicer than Denver, I guess. I don't know. Depends on where you live in Denver. But And a shout out to Denver. I love Denver. Okay, so if you're from Denver, don't get pissed. Okay, I love Denver's amazing. I lived over by Observatory Park, so yay, Denver. Go fucking Broncos. Okay, cool. We're happy. Yeah. So, what makes the movie so special outside of the fact that I've ridden my bike by all these places as a kid? I'm like, yay! Cool. Nostalgia. I would say it's topical for the time and maybe for today too, but definitely for them. Just them then. And I don't know how to edit any of this, so this is all like just going to be in here. So, yay! I don't know why I keep saying yay too. That's kind of like my go-to, like whatever. Yay! It's like the first time I've discovered fire. I just don't know how to talk to it. It's like I'm getting in touch with my inner techno caveman. And in fact, I'm as technically proficient as an eggplant in heat, basically. So, bear with me on this. These will be getting better. And I might redo these, once I totally have it down. But right now, I am like a caveman discovering fire. So, yeah, cool. Anyway, it's a great film. It's poignant. All the actors are great. They're played by actual teenagers playing, so it's teenagers playing teenagers, which is good. It's not like Grease where you have 35-year-old well-trained actors, but playing teenagers. So these are actual teenagers. So awesome. Cool. That's a good thing. It's, I don't know, the feathered hair is just down. They had the look down for 1979. There's a guy played by, the character's name is Gary Cole. He plays the HOA president. And apparently that's a paid position because he drives around in a Rolls Royce. So he's like a well-to-do guy. But usually HOA president is not like a paid position. So it's an elected position, but not a paid position. It's strictly voluntary. So not sure how he can afford that Rolls and all that good shit, but he does. And he has the perfect comb over. And I am envious of that comb over, but I did find out that that's actually a toupee he's wearing. So, okay, cool. But he looks snazzy in it. He really does. And his Rolls Royce is rocking. But spoiler alert, you can believe it gets trashed by the kids during the siege. So, and it does, in glorious fashion. The movie has heart. It kind of comes away with, hey, we learned a lesson in this whole endeavor. And, it sort of leaves, I don't know if I want to do a full spoiler review here or not. I just want people to be aware of it and go out and see it. And I don't know, it's on, where is it on? It's on Prime. It's on Amazon Prime. You can watch it there. I think it's like $3.99, might be $2.99 now. I don't know. It's been a while, but it's there, so check it out. What else? It's Matt Dillon is mwah. He is just great. He just played a little teen rebel throughout this whole thing. He's got like long hair. And he wears these like cropped midriff shirts, which is kind of hilarious because he's tough and he's macho for 14-year-old in 1979, but he's wearing like a midriff, and he's like the only cat who can just make that work. I couldn't make that work. Not then, not now. That's not happening. But it did for him, and he does a really excellent job at it. He's so good. I'm really hoping the audio for this video is good. I decided to do this outside. It's summer, it's June. Kind of here by a little waterfall, sort of serene. Seemed like a nice place to do a first video. I don't know. Was to me anyway. So, yeah, check it out. 1979's Over the Edge. If I left out anything, I might be doing a re-edit on this because this is a really rough deal, and we're just testing it out right now. So, thanks for joining along. Catch you in the next one.